Douglas Cox.
Here come a lot of people.
Yeah, wow, fantastic. Doug,
Hello, lots of people coming. So nice to see you all.
hello
Hello,
everybody.
hello. Hello. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. So glad to see so many folks jumping in the room today for another day of our Lullabies week. And super excited today to be singing with two of the human beings on the planet that I love the most and who are bringing us two lullabies, one per person. And I want to welcome everybody to the Daily Antidote of Song. Thanks for being here today. Today is day, thank you, Carolyn in Boise. Today is day 1137, 1,137 days of singing one song every day. As we like to say, making each day better one song at a time, or changing the world one song at a time. We're glad you join us on this endeavor. Let's all wave hello to the folks out on the live stream. Hi, folks on the live stream. Thanks for joining us today. We're glad you're all here too. And let's say hi to everybody in the room. So, of course, we have Peter and Mary Alice Amidon coming in from Brattleboro, Vermont. Can't wait to get back to you guys and have you on the floor here. Jaden for running the tech today. Thank you so much. Being here from College Park, no, not College Park, Silver Spring, Maryland. Deborah in Kentucky, glad to have you with us today. Nice to see you. Hoda in British Columbia, hello. Hi, Loris. From the UK, but visiting Texas. I love that. That sounds like a story I want to hear about. Sheila in Florida, nice to see you today. Leah in Illinois, hello. Leslie, nice to have you with us today. Sorry, I don't remember where you're from. Tom Robertson, coming in from Brattleboro. We get to see you every once in a while and almost never on camera, so it's nice to see your smile. Hello to Doug Varney in Underhill, Vermont. Nice to see you again, too. I love that you're back. Carolyn in Boise, Idaho, and of course, Pete Seeger by her side. Nice to see you. Hi, Luda in Victoria, reminding us all to send love to each other. Bronwyn, also in Victoria. Nice to have you here. Hi, Delhi in Maryland. Trish in Victoria. Sue from Wales, UK. Nice to have you with us today. Thanks for being here. Not sure, are you new to us, Susie? I don't think I remember you being here. Wonderful. Well, nice to see you. Maybe we can chat a little bit after. Kate in Charlottesville, Vermont. Thanks for being here today. Kathleen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hello. Hi, Linda on Orcas Island. Hello, Douglas Cox. I think that maybe the Amidons know you because they
Oh
said your
yes.
name as we were opening.
Yep.
Also, Vermont, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Uh, Joanna Zarkadas, nice to have you with us today. I think maybe also new to us today and not sure where you're from, but glad to have you here. Aloysius coming in from Western Mass. Hello to Susan. I don't think I know you either, but I'm glad you're here. Jenny in Suffolk, UK. Hello. Susan Schreiber, that's Tacoma Park. Hello. Hi to Curly Pops in Vermont. And Anne in Nashville. Lynn in upstate New York. Hello. Maybe also new to us. Caroline in DC. Hello. And Lynn says, no, 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 I've been here. I'm glad you're here, Lynn. Caroline in DC, nice to have you. Sarah Page in Texas. Nancy, nice to have you with us. I'm not sure where Nancy's from. Sue Miller in Seattle, hello. Storm in Massachusetts. Jamie in Victoria. Hello, Kathy in Colorado. Fred in Silver Spring, Maryland. Jane in Texas. Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Sonia Kaufman is here from Vermont. Sonia is a fellow Pine Woods board member and probably also a dedicated follower of the Amidons. Hello to Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington State. The rest of the Curly Top clan behind the screen there in Vermont. Hi to Steve and Michelle in Silver Spring, Loriana, Katina, and Courtney in Vermont, Anne in Silver Spring, Cliff in Vermont. Nice to have you with us, and maybe Lynn somewhere in the background. Gary in Mass. Hello, Marty, maybe new to us today. Mabel and the Bears in Mass. Bob in Albany, hello. Arlene in Berkeley, nice to see you. Carol in Connecticut, and Cricket in Maryland. Let's all take a deep breath. It's a big crowd because it's a big Amidon day, and the Amidons bring a lovely, amazing, big presence into the room always with amazing songs. And they are here specifically requested for part of the Lullaby Week because I knew they sang at least one, and it turns out they probably sing multis, but they're bringing us two. So, Peter and Mary Alice Amidon, welcome to today's Daily Antidote. Thank you for being here. And what can you tell us?
Well, we want to just dive right into the lullabies. When Sam, our son Sam, who's now 42, was in preschool, he learned this really wonderful thing from the Waldorf thing that we start every session with children with. So all of you former children, we'll show you how it
This is not the
goes.
lullaby.
This is we're cheating. We're doing an extra thing. The sun is in my heart. It warms me with
With
its
its
power.
power,
It
it
wakens
wakens
light
light
and life
life
in
in
bird
bird,
and beast
beast,
and
and
flower.
flower.
Now I'll say the words with us. The sun is in my heart.
The
The sun
sun
is
is
in
in
my
my
heart.
heart.
It warms me with its power. It wakens light and life in bird and beast and flower. Oh, I do that for myself, really, when I'm with the kids. It's just, I need that. One reason I did that is because every time I visit our grandchildren's schools, which I've been doing for a number of years, Desmond and now Vera, to tell stories and sing, I always start with that and always finish with this. And I'm just going to sing a line. It's by and by, and it's, everybody say by and by.
By and by.
And it's an old American lullaby that I just really, really love. And I end every session with the same song. So I'm going to sing a line, you sing it back. By and by, by and by. Your turn.
By and by, by and by.
My turn. Stars shining, shining, number 1, number 2, number 3. Stars shining. Stars shining, shining, number 1, number 2, number 3. My turn. Good Lord, by and by and by and by and good Lord. So it starts with good Lord. Here we go. Good Lord, by and by and by and by, good Lord, by and by. By and by, by and by, stars shining, shining, number 1, number 2, number 3, good Lord. By and by and by and by, good Lord. By and by, by and by, by and by, 4, 5, 6. Stars shining, shining, number 4, number 5, number 6, good Lord. By and by and by and by, good Lord. By and by, here we are, here we are, at the Daily Antidote. Thanks to Joe, thanks to Jaden, good Lord. By and by and by and by, good Lord. 654. By and by, by and by.
Stars.
Stars shining, shining, number 6, number 5, number 4, good Lord. By and by and by and by, good Lord. By and by. Last one, 3, 2, 1. By and by, stars shining, shining, number 3, number 2, number 1, good Lord. By and by and by and by, good Lord. By and by, by and by, by and by.
Sweet.
Thank you. Thank you for your singing. We learned that from a recording that Peggy Seeger made with her beautiful, beautiful high voice. It's just so gorgeous. So that's By and By. And now we're going to sing one that we learned from Bessie Jones. A lot of you know who Bessie Jones is. She her grandfather was born into slavery, and she learned a lot of the great 19th century work songs and folk songs and singing games and spirituals from her grandfather. And also Bessie Jones happened to be, she died about, 20 years ago, basically one of the best American singers, just one of the very best singers there are. And I put in the chat there as well, along with the lyrics, a link to her singing this song. But you should also check out some links to her other singing, if you're not familiar with her singing other songs. So she's just so, she had a huge effect on Mary Alice and me when we
saw her 3 times in performing and
in all of our singing and all of our work with children, and especially a lot of the singing games that we do with kids, because the way she sings them is just like so strong. So everybody say, go to sleepy little baby.
Go to sleepy little baby.
And then, oh, my pretty little baby.
Oh, my pretty little baby.
And there's some verses that repeat, so you can sing them with us the second time. And then there's this spectacular chorus. I'll sing the first line for you. Go to sleep, Go to sleepy little baby. Try that.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Oh,
Go to sleepy little baby.
Go to sleep. Oh, I'm gonna hear. Here we go.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Oh,
Go to sleepy little baby.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Oh,
Go to sleepy little baby. Go to sleepy little baby.
Oh, my pretty little baby. Go
to sleepy little baby.
Oh, my pretty little baby. Oh, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh,
Go to sleepy little baby.
go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh,
Go to sleepy little baby. All them horses in that lot. Go to sleepy little baby. Can't you hear them horses trot? Go to sleepy little baby.
Oh,
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Oh,
Go to sleepy little baby.
go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh,
Go to sleepy little baby.
Mama
Gone away and she told me to stay
and take good care of this baby.
Mama gone away and she told me to stay
And take good care of this baby. Oh, go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Oh,
Go to sleepy little baby. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Oh,
Go to sleepy little baby.
go to sleepy little baby.
Oh, my pretty little baby.
Go to sleepy little baby. Oh, my pretty little baby.
Go to
Oh,
sleep. Go to sleep.
oh,
Go to sleepy little baby. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
oh,
Go to sleepy little
baby.
Hey, I
Yeah.
just remembered the day we learned that song. We were sitting outside in the sunshine in Cambridge in this great place. I had a rent-free apartment in Harvard Square, and we were sitting in the backyard with the book, So Glad I'm Here. And in the back of the book, we just saw that song written out. It was a book of singing games. So that's when we learned it. That was
Yeah.
almost 50 years ago. And here's my 45th, we're having our 45th wedding
Wedding
anniversary this
anniversary.
summer,
Yeah.
July 22nd. So
Ah, congratulations. Oh, I'm so glad that you just told that to us because now we can come up with an excuse to have you back and have a party in here in the Daily.
Absolutely.
we'll be at Pinewoods that week, but
that
certainly
that doesn't rule it out.
Wait, what week are you at Pinewoods? July 20?
Family week.
Second.
Oh, I'm totally crossing over with you at Pinewoods that week. So now we're going to have even more fun of a party. Okay,
And
yeah.
the grandkids with us too, and Sam and Stefan.
It's going to be a giant singing party right here in the Daily Antidote. Stay tuned. All right. I love it, love it, love it. Peter, Mary Alice, thank you so much. That was beautiful. And we want to talk about each one of the songs. Can you tell us some more about the Bye Bye?
I don't know much about that song. Bye, 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 bye. I just know. I actually don't know a thing about it except we learned it from Peggy Seeger and it's traditional. And how many of you raise your hand if you've heard that or sung it before? By and by, many of you, because that's what
Not
I
so
thought.
well
Like
known.
a few people, but it always surprises me that it's not more out there because I think it's just one of the most beautiful songs.
But we did sing lullabies to the kids, Ollie Bolly Bee, and I was the Pied Piper sometimes at Pinewoods for taking the children through the woods and singing lullabies. And Tender Shepherd was a favorite.
Tender Shepherd.
And our son, by the way, tomorrow tomorrow we're flying to see our son Sam out in Minnesota at the Minnesota Maritime Art Museum in Winona, where there will be an orchestra and it's an outdoor concert on Saturday night
And
with composers who have been paid commissioned to arrange his
no,
pieces,
no, his pieces are to
which are traditional
he
songs.
has songs that he's harmonized with, his kind of strange and wonderful harmonizations, and they're going to lay orchestral arrangements around his harmonization. So there's four composers, and it's going to be Sam with an orchestra singing folk songs with an orchestra, basically. So
And they're
that's pretty.
flying in the composers. One is a woman from Japan, a composer from Japan, and the other one is from Texas, and there's a local one, and Nico Mooley, who's done other
Yeah.
ones of Sam's pieces. So we're excited.
Yeah,
That's amazing. So where is that going to be?
that's going to be it.
Winona, Minnesota, 2 hours from
From
St. Paul,
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
All right, I'm not sure how many Minnesotans we have in the room here, but maybe we've got more from out there on the live stream. Make sure you go. It sounds amazing. I would
All
love to go
sold
to that.
out. He just told
Okay,
us.
never mind. Forget it. You can't go.
Back at home, we've been Joe asked us, before what we've been doing. We thought, well, not really much of anything, but actually, when I thought about it, we've been doing a lot of. We have we're in a hospice group named Hollowell, and it's an SATB 4-part men and women a cappella group that sings for people who are dying and their families. And then also we have a church group that just goes out and sings for anybody who might need it. It's just very similar, just
In
and
homes or
and
nursing homes from
so
people from church.
just like last Monday, we had a friend whose wife is starting to experience some dementia, and it's been very very hard for them. And we just had a little, just Mary Alice and I and them and another friend, and it was amazing because, as it just she who really hardly could string a few words together was just singing so beautifully and talking really clearly, and it was just the most joyful, relaxed. So that was not a hospice sing; it was just a sing for someone who's here for a couple that really needed some support.
And joy, and they were holding hands, and our friend said that that was the first time she'd seen this person smile in months. And we had the hymn books, and she knew a
Yeah.
lot of familiar old hymns.
And then after that, we went to sing for in a nursing home for the parents of an important church member who were having their 69th wedding anniversary.
And they sang along on
and
some of them.
it was just and that was with a different group. But we've been doing that a few, like maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes the church group, sometimes the hospice group, and that's been actually the main music we've been doing lately. It's been really really so satisfying.
One was a woman that was 94. We sang last week around her dining table, and we all brought our hymn books, and she requested them, and just the most lovely person. And it was a view of the mountains from her front window, and
Not at all a hospice thing.
no,
She's got another good 10 years in her, I think.
yeah. So
That's amazing. All right, wait a minute. So first of all, see, they're going to celebrate their, what did you say, 69th anniversary?
that day
the
we were
couple
there
the couple
on
yeah, it was
Monday.
on their 69th anniversary that we sang for this couple. Yeah, it was on their 69th anniversary, and they were great. That was
It
great.
makes your 45 look like piddly.
Yeah, I know. It's really. And the wife, she just, when we came in, there were 7 of us, I think. She just stood up and she gave every single person a hug. And about halfway through, she stood up and gave every person a hug again. And then when we left, she stood up and came over and gave every person a hug. It was like she just like was a serious hugger.
That's beautiful.
It was incredible.
So we were talking ahead of time, during sound check about about Kate Munger and her threshold choirs. So she started it, and then choirs around the world also joined in. So there's like this threshold choir, global thing, and then we were talking about Hollowell and the fact that the same thing happened, that you started Hollowell, and then so can you tell us a bit about it?
Hollowell started 2 years after the Threshold Choir started, and we didn't know about the Threshold Choirs then. We sang for somebody a couple of times, and the hospice worker was Kathy Leo, and she went, and it was just extraordinary because there were 40 people singing for this. It was Dinah Brunig. We have permission to tell the stories. Fred Brunig's wife, Dinah Brunig. And because she had so many connections in dancing and singing, that when I made a few emails and phone calls, 40 people showed up, and we sang twice for her over a period of 3 days. And it was an extraordinary way for a group of 40 people to say goodbye to Dinah. I couldn't think of another way to do it. And when Kathy told the hospice folks about this, she said, well, you know, a lot of people, it's great for Dinah, but a lot of people don't have a singing community. So why don't you create a choir for people who are dying who don't have a singing community because it's such a great service. And that was 20 years ago. And since we started, there have been at first a dozen and then scores and now hundreds of groups that have started that are inspired by our model in terms of having it be SATB, men and women, just songs that you love, and they're all independent of each other. But yeah, so that's been pretty amazing.
That's beautiful.
Last
Yeah.
week, sorry, I was just going to say last week we sang twice for the same person, and the first time she was able to speak, and the second time she wasn't at all, and she died the next morning. And
Yeah,
it was such
just
an honor and a privilege to be in by her bed and talk to the daughter. And yeah, it's very
it's
Yeah.
special.
a lot of models. We've seen a lot of models of good deaths where the family is peaceful and the person who's dying seems at peace. It's always a great lesson, and we always get more out of it than we put into it. That's what we always feel. Yeah.
So it's perfect timing to be talking about this because yesterday we had our friend and regular attendee Sandy, who's actually local to the area where I live, came in the room with Brian, who has been coming into the daily since practically the beginning, and then he wasn't coming for a while, and it's because he actually took a turn for the worse, and he just entered into hospice. And Sandy actually was at his home yesterday and came in from his home with him on the screen here, and it was just the most beautiful, beautiful thing to see him back here again and to know that we were all singing together. And Arne shouted him out, and we all sent him a lot of love, and I received a message back that it was very much felt, and it's so beautiful. When we started the daily and when we were still back in the heart of the pandemic and no one was doing anything in any in-person stuff, we had a woman in the room who had come in from the beginning and was fighting cancer. And we ended up singing virtually to her. A bunch of us just asked when the family told us that she was not doing well. And we ended up singing to her the night before she died virtually. We were all just on this screen. They took the screen in. And like, it is so powerful
Mhm.
to be able to be, it takes some of the, I don't know, it takes not some of the grief away. It takes some of the pressure of it away, or I don't know, like it's just brings some level of peace, right? For everybody, for the people who are singing and the people we hope who are receiving it, the people whose family is hearing it or seeing it happening. And it's such a gift. And I'm so grateful to you guys for, bringing it today again for us to think about. But you've brought us other songs in the past and we've talked about this, and it's just amazing. Thank you for all of that.
Does provide a space for the family to cry
To
and
grieve, right?
to grieve and feel the feels. That we have some friends on today who are in our group here, but they're not.
And lullabies, I'm just realizing now, by and by, and go to sleepy, or hush little baby. Those would be great hospice songs, wonderful hospice songs.
We did
So
sing for about 30 people about outside from a wonderful home, retirement home, nursing home, and
Right.
they all knew "Hush, Little Baby,
Yeah,
Don't
I
Say
started.
a
I said, "Oh,
Word."
I'm gonna try Hush Little Baby," and it was just perfect. Everybody knew it. It was great. Yeah.
that's amazing. Do you know, I've heard that when people are getting near the end of their life, that sometimes there will be some degree of sort of regression or some reattachment to earlier times.
Yeah.
And so the idea that one would sing the lullabies, if there is in some way some retreat or some return to the smallest of you, right? What a perfect song to be singing. It's like your mom is singing to you once again as you came
Mhm.
into the world and as you go out of the world. And so I love that, the idea of lullabies at the bedside. That's beautiful. Thank you, Peter and Mary Alice, for bringing us so much. You're so gentle and thoughtful, and your presence in this room I'm so grateful to you. Can we switch gears for just one sec and just talk about Bessie Jones for a minute? Because we do actually know of her in here. We have actually sung her music. I think, am I mixing her up, or is she Georgia Sea Island?
That's
Yes.
right. That's who she
Okay.
is.
So because Melanie Demore, I think,
Oh, sure.
did a Bessie Jones song for the Library of Congress Challenge Week that we did in here, and
She did.
we,
What was that? Was Johnny Little
yeah,
Johnny Brown? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. You were, and so yeah. Can you want to talk about Bessie for a minute for anybody who doesn't know, or because we all love to hear more about her?
I remember when our son Sam was 11, we'd listened to the songs a lot before we had kids, and then we just sang them a lot and used the singing games. And Sam was 11, and he took out the Bessie record, which we hadn't played, and he was there, and he put it on, and he said, "Whoa, what's this?" He just said he was just so blown away by it. Her singing is really, I think, is a combination of having this incredible repertoire of African American 19th century songs that we wouldn't have if it were not for her, and the fact that she's such an incredibly gifted singer and a deep soul. She worked with Alan at one point. She cooked up with Alan Lomax, and she realized how valuable her material was, and she and Al Lomax worked to make sure that her songs were recorded, and they filmed some of the singing games and but
And you
what,
can
what
buy a lot of
yeah.
her recordings now that have been come out
What's the
since.
singing games collection CD
I think
called?
it's So Glad I'm Here.
Oh, So Glad I'm Here is there's a couple of them. One of them is So
Yeah.
Glad I'm Here, which is not the singing games because that's just a really nice
Oh.
song. And there's
Step
another
It Down.
Step It Down. Yeah, everybody say Step It Down. Step It Down. That's a really, really great collection of songs just to listen to, but also they're really great singing games to do with children. And you want to learn it from her because then you're more likely to just get some of that Bessie in there when you're singing it, some of those incredible rhythms that are really kind of unique to her.
She and Martin Luther King came up with a singing game, Alabama, Mississippi, when they were together during one of the
There
marches.
was Alabama, Mississippi.
Alabama, New Orleans, Alabama, number 4. You gotta shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby, shake it back to New Orleans.
Yeah, right. She was just a wonderful, yeah.
You
I
know, I
feel
have
like
this new.
all of our singing is, I feel like whether it's singing her songs or not, have been influenced by Bessie Jones.
That's amazing. Okay, so just a couple of things. I have to say, I have a new theory that you guys just walked right into, which is that like the singer songleaders that we have who come into this room who like live in a certain musical like sphere of life can't get through a daily antidote without actually singing extra songs besides the ones that they were bringing because it's just like you have a conversation and it brings up a song. So then you have to sing a few lines of that song. Like, yeah, I can't remember who it was, Chick Street Man, I think, who like, managed to sing 6 different songs in the span of it. And so now I'm watching it. I'm watching who does it and who doesn't do it. It's fabulous. So I was also just thinking, of course, Bessie Jones, her stuff is at the Library of Congress because of Lomax. And so there's a lot of photos, a lot of recordings there. And we've had, as I said, Melanie did Bessie Jones, but then I think we've also had somebody else do Bessie Jones during Archive Challenge. And I don't think you guys have done the Library of Congress Archive Challenge.
We haven't done it yet. You're right.
No, okay. So I think maybe now we're on another little trajectory
good.
here,
Good. That'd be
45 years, Bessie Jones, Library of Congress. I'm seeing something accumulating here. Thank you so much, guys, for being here today, for bringing us some more lovely music. Is there anything else you want to share or say before we sing again?
No, I think we can just sing away. We'll just sing. We'll just do that by and by one. That's a really easy one for people.
Love it.
By and by, by and by, stars shining, shining, number 1, number 2, number 3, good Lord. By and by and by and by, good Lord. By and by, by and by, by and by, stars shining 4, shining number 4, number 5, number 6, good Lord. By and by and by and by, good Lord. By and by. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy.
To be here with all my daily antidote friends. This is quite amazing. As a matter of fact, it's kind of a miracle. By and by, 654. By and by, by and by, stars shining, shining, number 6, number 5, number 4, good Lord. By and by and by and by, good Lord. You know what's next. By and by, by and by, stars shining, shining.
Bye.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Peter and Mary Alice Amidon. Can we please all give it up for Peter and Mary Alice? Thanks for bringing us this today. Um, thank you for being you and you. Thank you for being both of you. Yeah. Thanks for being you guys. What can you tell us, Peter, how you're feeling right now? How's everything?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think a lot of you know that I have cancer, and I've just finished all of my chemo treatments about a month ago, and I'm very happy to be done with it. And I'm just getting back to whatever my new normal is, which is pretty wonderful.
He's playing
Yeah.
back again on the piano.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I played a little basketball yesterday with my
Nice. Bach and basketball. I love it. Okay. So, Peter and Mary Alice, thank you so much. Can we please all again show some gratitude and some love? Thank you for bringing us two fabulous songs, plus a little extra there in the middle. And we're glad you're feeling so well. And we can't wait to have you back again in this room.
Thank you very much.
Will do.
Joe. Yeah. It's-
Be well.
Lots of love to you. All right, gang, let's say goodbye to Peter and Mary Alice, along with everybody out there on the live stream, and of course, everybody in the room. Thanks again for being here, Peter and Mary Alice. We can't wait to have you again. And let's everybody help me wave everybody out of the room today, okay? Let's do it. Ready? Here we go. Thank you, Peter and Mary Alice Amidon. Lots of love to you guys. Always special to see you. Thanks, Jaden, for running fabulous tech today. Deborah in Kentucky. Laris visiting Texas. The school bus going by me while I'm talking. Sheila in Florida. Leah in Illinois. Doug in Varney. Doug in Underhill, Carolyn in Boise, Luda in Victoria, Delhi, nice to see you. Hello to, Susan in Wales. Wait, everybody's moving around. What's going on my screen? Trish in Victoria, Susie in Wales, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Linda in Orcas Island. I'm usually the only one who can make the screen move. Joanna, nice to have you today. Oh, an invitation. Anybody who's new today, please feel free to stick for a minute. I'd love to know how you found us, where you're coming in from. And everybody else, please go ahead and drop and give all our shy new people a chance to chat. Aloysius, thank you so much for being here today. Did I say Trish in Victoria? Yes, I did. Aloysius, Ruth in Birmingham, Ann in Nashville, Curly Popper Topper over there in Vermont, Susan in Seattle, Mabel and Bob and Bear, nice to see all of you. And Cricket in Maryland, Fred in Maryland, Cliff in Vermont, nice to have you back in the room again. Steve, and I know Michelle was there before. Hugs to both of you. Ann in Silver Spring, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's see who else we have. Bob in Albany, Hoda in British Columbia, Tom in Vermont. It was nice to see your smile. Susan, nice to have you here from Tacoma Park. Caroline in DC, Storm in Massachusetts, Jamie in Victoria, Kathy in Colorado, Jane in Texas, Nancy's Irish Cow, another screen of curly toppers. Loriana, Kachina, Courtney. I can't remember who's with you today, Kachina, but we're glad you're here. Arlene in Berkeley. And Carol in Connecticut, nice to know you're here. Kate in Central Florida, nice to have you. And Marcia and Kevin Ennis, nice to see you. Lots of love to you. Amos, Lynn in Connecticut, Kevin in DC with the magic flute, Susan in Seattle. Now that's a good one. That's Susan in Ohio, but it says Susan in Seattle. Wait, what? All right, wait a minute. Sorry, that needs a spotlight. Ah, hello. Okay, this is crazy times. I love it. That's Julie. Okay, no, so wait. All right, wait, I'm going to gallery and I'm going to come back to you in 1 sec. Hang on 1 second, don't go anywhere. All right, where was I? I was saying goodbye to Kevin and everybody, and thank you, Gary, and lots of love to everybody. Bye, live